body bags were horror lies.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
Hey guys, happy Thursday, this is your fright chick speaking. Okay, so as I did Children of the Corn 2 last week, I decided to do another Children of the Corn film, because I do love them, but not this one, okay? I picked this one, which is Children of the Corn 7, Children of the Corn Revelation, or Revelations, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be called. I picked this because this is the only one out of all of them I am going to warn you away from, okay? This film's a piece of fucking garbage, I'm sorry, and I don't say that very often. I go, oh yeah, that film's shit, but I still enjoy it. I enjoy a shit film. I don't fucking enjoy this film. No one should enjoy this film. It has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. The artwork's a little bit cool, I'll give it that, but that's about it. This came out in 2001. It is sandwiched between basically 1 through 6, then we have Revelations, and then we had the reboot come out. Now, 6 was Isaac's Return. That was a great hook for a film. And then you had the reboot. But sandwiched in between them was this piece of shit film that, oh my god, tricked me into buying it. And I'll tell you why it tricked me into buying it. Because Michael fucking Ironside's in it. The legendary man himself, Michael Ironside, is in this movie. I kid you not. He's in it for about 2 minutes maximum. Now, it has a very basic plot, and I really do mean that from the bottom of my disappointed heart. It has a basic plot. It centres around one person. Her name is Jamie. She is trying to figure out where her grandmother's gone because she's been calling her grandmother at this apartment complex that she lives in, and she hasn't been getting her calls answered. So the whole movie is that she goes to the apartment complex, freaky shit happens, she then discovers the whole children backstory, and then she has to save herself. That is it. So she goes to this apartment complex, which I know I'm kind of digressing a lot here and not really telling you anything about the plot, but I am actually reviewing this movie because everything about it was so friggin' it was just so wrong. So we have an apartment complex that is literally all on its own in a cornfield. I don't know how they thought that was going to be believed. I don't know if they were deliberately trying to be terrifying because they fucking weren't. It didn't work. We have this bloody apartment building with these random people living in it. Jamie's grandmother is one of them apparently. So she goes there and she pretty much just hangs out in her apartment because she can't find her. So she just hangs out there trying to figure out where she is and if she's okay. She goes and talks to a detective every now and again because she thinks her grandmother's missing, which she is. But, you know, he doesn't really want to help her because she's an old lady. She could have just gone anywhere, you know. He thinks that she's just freaking out. Well, she kind of is freaking out, but then she actually does have a good reason to freak out, but she doesn't know that. We know that, but she doesn't know that. And then every now and again when she just goes to the shops or something, she meets up with these little kids. These little kids come out of nowhere. Now, we know that they are Children of the Corn children, but they're really not. They're so terrible. Oh my god. All these kids do is just say the word kill. Now, if you went into a shop and 2 little freaky looking kids came up to you and put their hands out basically asking for money or your own fucking heart, I don't know what these kids wanted, but if these devil children looked at you and just went kill, would you give them money for stuff? Would you smile at them and act like it was fine? She did. I wouldn't. I would have been out that fucking door. You know what? There are 3 rules in life. I always do that. I always put an extra finger up for some reason. There are 3 rules in life that every person on this planet should live by. I believe there should be a 4th one. There is number 1, don't eat yellow snow. Number 2, don't gamble with someone who's got an eye patch or missing fingers or some shit like that. Number 3, don't stick your dick in crazy. And number 4, which should be the most important one ever, run when the crowd runs, ask questions later, okay? That is what this entire film reminds me of. Everything this bitch does in this entire film is shit that she should never do. And like I said, Michael Ironside shows up at some point because he's like the Harbinger. He has the backstory. Jamie has done nothing at this point. She has just hung out in her grandmother's apartment and gone to the shops and met some freaky kids. Now, She knows nothing, we know nothing. There is no real Children of the Corn cult yet. There is a slight backstory with the grandmother and the whole fact that there was a cult from years ago full of kids, and Jamie's grandmother was a survivor of this cult. That's literally our plot. She was a survivor, so the ghostly children have come back to try and claim her. That's it, okay? Now that does sound kind of interesting, but it was not done well, people. Michael Ironside, however, at some point halfway through the film, literally runs into her apartment, spends 2 minutes on screen, and then fucks off again. He literally runs in, and he just goes, "Have you ever heard of a place called Gatlin? And he who walks behind the rose? All the kids killed their parents." And he's like looking out the window at this point, like he's looking off, like, "All the kids killed their parents. It was a cult. I believe something similar is happening here." Just in case you didn't know that, Jamie. Bye! He literally just goes in, tells us the plot of the first movie, and then goes. Why? I was so disappointed that he wasn't in it more. I don't understand why they thought that was a good idea. It doesn't help her. Yeah, so literally nothing's happened. At this point in the film, nothing's happened. We have like 3 other tenants in this entire building that do get picked off by the kids. It's not interesting, the kills aren't great, and like it just sucked. And then literally when we get to the end, we have about a 10-minute showdown where the ghostly children come out, reveal themselves to Jamie, and you know, will she win, will she not win? I must admit, it's the only decent bit in this whole film was when Michael Ironside showed up. That's it. I mean, the showdown's not even that great. You know, we have to have a showdown. There's always a showdown with, like, He Who Walks Behind the Rose and stuff. But I don't even think He Who Walks Behind the Rose was in this. If I remember rightly, it was just the ghostly children. I'm pretty sure they weren't being led by He Who Walks Behind the Rose. I think it was just a cult of children that were ghosts. Fuck you, Children of the Corn Revelations. I know that this review sucked and I rambled a lot, but I really do fucking hate this film. And if you did like it, then good for you, because clearly you saw something that I didn't. But all I saw was a pile of shit. Okay? There it is. That is my frigging review for this week, and I hope you never buy it, people. I really don't want anyone else to go through what I went through when I watched this shit twice. Made myself watch it again just to make sure I hated it, and yeah, I do. I will see you guys next week.